Close your eyes and picture South India over 1,000 years ago. Sun-drenched fields stretching to the horizon, the intoxicating scent of spices drifting through bustling markets, and the resonant clang of temple bells echoing in the morning air. Life here was vibrant, colorful, and full of promise. Welcome to Crazy Color Facts. And today, we dive deep into the heart of the Chola Empire, where maritime might met spiritual magnificence. Massive ships, crafted from sturdy timber, slice through the ocean waves, their sails billowing as they journey to distant lands, while towering temples reach for the sky, their intricate carvings telling stories of gods and kings. This was the Chola Empire, fierce warriors, master builders, and legendary rulers whose influence would shape the destiny of South India for centuries. Their roots ran deep, mentioned in ancient texts and weathered inscriptions centuries before Christ, their legacy already whispered in the annals of history. For generations, the Cholas waited, learning from their rivals and adapting to changing times, their tiger spirit quietly gathering strength, always ready to rise when the moment was right. The Kaveri River Delta was their heartland, its fertile soil nurturing not just crops, but also the dreams and ambitions of an entire people. As other empires rose and fell, leaving only ruins behind, the Cholas quietly grew stronger, their foundations unshaken and their resolve unwavering. By the 9th century CE, they burst onto the scene, expanding rapidly, driven by visionary leadership, military prowess, and a powerful sense of identity that united their people. They started small, consolidating power around the Kaveri, but their vision was vast, reaching far beyond their homeland to distant shores and new horizons. This wasn't just about conquest, it was about building a legacy, creating wonders in stone and bronze that would inspire awe for generations. The Cholas delivered a golden age for South India, a time of prosperity, innovation, and cultural brilliance that still echoes in the temples and cities of today. Their story is one of power, ambition, breathtaking artistry, and a relentless drive to leave their mark on history. And trust me, it's a story you won't forget, one that continues to inspire and captivate, even 1,000 years later. How did the Cholas manage such a vast and diverse empire, stretching across land and sea? It wasn't just about winning battles or expanding territory. They were also brilliant administrators, known for their innovative governance. At the top stood the king, revered as a divine ruler and an active, hands-on leader who shaped the destiny of his people. He was supported by a council of wise ministers who managed everything from collecting taxes and maintaining law and order to overseeing the mighty Chola army. The empire was carefully divided into provinces, districts, and villages, forming an organized pyramid of authority that reached every corner. Local assemblies called urs or sabhas gave villages real power to manage their own affairs, from settling disputes to maintaining irrigation. This early form of self-government kept communities involved, empowered, and the entire empire remarkably stable for generations. Taxes, mainly on land and trade, funded not just the army and officials, but also the construction of those magnificent temples and public works. The Cholas balanced revenue with fairness, understanding that prosperity depended on happy, productive subjects and thriving markets. Their system was efficient, connecting the capital to even the smallest, most remote village through a network of roads and communication. It was a well-oiled machine designed for long-term stability, growth, and the welfare of all its people. The Cholas understood that strong, vibrant local communities made for a strong, enduring empire. Their administrative genius was as impressive and lasting as their military might and cultural achievements. That's how they kept the Chola engine running smoothly for centuries, leaving a legacy that still inspires awe today. The Chola army was a force to be reckoned with, disciplined, well-equipped, and fiercely loyal. Their soldiers trained relentlessly, forging a reputation for fearlessness and unity that struck fear into their enemies. Infantry, cavalry, and the legendary elephant corps formed the backbone of their military, each unit playing a vital role in the Chola war machine. Imagine war elephants charging into battle, breaking enemy lines like ancient tanks, unstoppable and awe-inspiring. Their presence alone could turn the tide of a conflict. Chola kings often led from the front, inspiring courage and loyalty among their warriors, and earning the respect of both friend and foe. Their campaigns stretched across South India, Sri Lanka, and even the Maldives, conquering new lands and bringing diverse peoples under Chola rule. Success required bold strategy, meticulous logistics, and a relentless fighting spirit. Every campaign was carefully planned, with supply lines and tactics tailored to each challenge. Rajaraja Chola and Rajendra Chola were renowned conquerors, expanding the empire's reach and leaving a legacy of military brilliance. But the real game changer? Their navy, which transformed the Cholas into a true maritime superpower. The Cholas built one of the world's strongest navies, dominating the Indian Ocean and projecting their influence far beyond the subcontinent. This naval power let them launch overseas expeditions, protect their trade routes, and establish a network of influence across the seas. The Chola military, on land and sea, was unmatched in its time, a symbol of strength and innovation. Their might secured an empire that shaped history, leaving an enduring legacy that still echoes through South India today. The Chola navy was legendary, hundreds of warships ruling the Indian Ocean. Their ships, sturdy and built for long voyages, carried soldiers and protected merchant fleets. Naval supremacy let them control trade routes and launch daring expeditions, like Rajendra Chola's conquest of Kadaram in Malaysia. These weren't just coastal patrols, they projected power across entire oceans. Chola ports buzzed with ships from China, Arabia, and Southeast Asia, making the empire a hub of global trade. Their dominance at sea brought immense wealth and connected worlds. The Cholas didn't just conquer, they created a vast maritime network. Their control of the seas was the cornerstone of their golden age. What was daily life like in the Chola Empire? Most people were farmers, working the fertile river valleys. Craftsmen and traders thrived in bustling towns and cities. Women could own property, make temple donations, and sometimes played public roles. Festivals brought communities together with music, dance, and colorful processions. Tamil and Sanskrit were spoken, with Tamil as the language of the people, and Sanskrit for scholarship. Education flourished in temple schools, focusing on literature, math, and astronomy. The Cholas valued learning, art, and tradition. Temples were the heart of social and cultural life, supporting artists and scholars. Life was marked by work, worship, and celebration. The Chola world was vibrant, diverse, and deeply connected. It was a society that balanced tradition with innovation. Chola temples are masterpieces. Think Brihadiswara Temple, a stone skyscraper built over 1,000 years ago. These temples took years to build, with thousands of artisans carving intricate sculptures and towering gopurams. Every inch tells a story in stone, gods, goddesses, and scenes from mythology. Temples were more than places of worship. They were community centers, schools, and hubs of art and culture. They owned land, employed hundreds, and hosted grand festivals. Chola sculptors were masters, especially in bronze. Just look at the iconic Nataraja. These bronzes are world-renowned for their grace and symbolism. Art and devotion went hand in hand, inspiring awe and reverence. The Cholas invested in art on a grand scale. Their legacy in architecture and sculpture still inspires today. Chola temples remain living monuments to their genius. The Chola Empire's greatness shines brightest under Rajaraja Chola and his son Rajendra Chola. Rajaraja expanded the empire and built the magnificent Brihadiswarar temple. He reformed administration and revenue, laying a strong foundation. Rajendra took the empire to its peak, conquering up to the Ganges and launching epic naval expeditions to Southeast Asia. He built a new capital, Gangaikonda Cholapuram, with another stunning temple. These kings were patrons of art, literature, and learning, ushering in a golden age. Their reign saw the compilation of devotional hymns and flourishing of Tamil culture. We know their stories through thousands of inscriptions carved on temple walls. These stone records reveal the political, social, and spiritual life of the Chola era. The Cholas wrote their own history, one that still speaks to us today. The Cholas' influence spread far beyond India, reaching Southeast Asia through trade and cultural exchange. Their art, architecture, and stories shaped temples and traditions from Cambodia to Indonesia. The Cholas connected worlds, sharing ideas and beliefs across the Indian Ocean. But like all empires, they eventually declined. Internal strife, ambitious rivals, and overextension weakened their power. The Pandyas and Hoysalas chipped away at their territories. By the late 1200s, the once mighty Chola Empire faded into history. Their fall was gradual, a combination of internal and external pressures. Yet, their cultural legacy endured, influencing generations to come. The Chola light dimmed, but never truly went out. The Chola legacy lives on, in towering temples, timeless art, and vibrant Tamil culture. Their achievements in administration, art, and maritime power inspire pride and wonder. The Brihadiswara temple and Chola bronzes are celebrated worldwide. Their system of self-government and efficient rule still impress historians. The Cholas remind us of India's rich, innovative past. Today, their story sparks curiosity, creativity, and a sense of connection to history. We celebrate their courage, vision, and devotion to art and knowledge. The Cholas showed what's possible with ambition and imagination. Their story is a testament to human potential and a reason to keep exploring history. Stay curious, stay inspired, and keep learning, just like the Cholas did. If you were amazed by the maritime marvels and the architectural glory of the Cholas, then don't stop here. Hit that like button, share this with your friends, and subscribe to Crazy Color Facts for more untold historical journeys that are both cinematic and factual.